Okay, technical glitch. Of course I went to the wrong page again. That's only been like the 5th time that I've done that. So welcome to Mimi in the Kitchen for Real Facebook page. I hope some people are out there. If you're not, that's okay. I'll post it on my personal page as well. But I've already said that what I'm doing is I'm grilling burgers today because I want a big, fat, juicy burger. And my big, fat, juicy burger is not, it's not very, I don't know, good or cohesive with my Weight Watchers menu. So what I'm doing instead is I am going to grill a big, fat, juicy turkey burger. So in addition to the turkey burger, I have some potatoes that I've already diced. And I've cooked these for about 15 to 20, about almost 20 minutes on 450 just to get them brown. So I added some Tahitian lime olive oil. Hi, Crystal. Thank you so much for being there and joining us as we go to the Mimi in the Kitchen Facebook page. So I added some of the Tahitian lime, Demarl at Home olive oil, as well as some, which your mother gave us, Italian herbs from this yummy Spice It Up Delalo. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong, and when I go to Rome, they'll tell me. So I am going to add these beautiful, absolutely gorgeous, darling, gorgeous red bell peppers to my potatoes back there, because guess what? It's gonna add so much flavor and brightness and beauty. I was going to maybe fry these up a little bit, but I decided, no, I'm just gonna put them in the oven, put them with the potatoes. I used to do that all the time. Back in the day, I used to dice my potatoes and dice up red and yellow bell peppers. And I would cook them all like for the same amount of time. And my bell peppers always kind of got soggy and didn't really do real good. So tonight I decided, you know what? I am going to bake the potatoes for a little bit longer, and then I'll add my beautiful red and yellow, oh, they're not yellow, I might be calling them yellow, they're really orange, bell peppers, and get all those flavors in there and make it a beautiful plate so it's colorful and bright and sunshiny, just like outside, because it is so beautiful. So if you look at this, this is so pretty. And sometimes I add onions to it, but tonight I'm just gonna add the bell peppers. I'm throwing that in there. Timer for about 5 minutes. We'll see how that goes. Next, what I'm going to do is I am going to get my yummy turkey ready so that we can put those on the grill. Now, I kind of deceived you guys. I'm not doing it on the real grill. I'm going to do it on my George Foreman. And as you might think is funny, this is kind of funny, kind of scary. The last time that I did something on the George Foreman, I talked about my George Foreman because I had it for like 30 years. And I said, my grandma, now what I'm adding is a little bit of mustard. It is approximately 2 teaspoons, which is also a half of a tablespoon, I think is how that all goes. So I'm adding that to my turkey. Now, the reason I'm only adding that is because I'm doing only half. I made the other half before. I will put this on my website and Facebook so that you guys can see the full recipe, but I wanted to let you know I'm doing half and half. Okay, so I'm gonna do about 1 full teaspoon of garlic. And of course I gotta add some of this Italian herbs. I'm in an Italian mood, so I am going to add some Italian herbs. So I'm gonna throw this in here. And I'm even going to add some Parmesan to it. Now, when I use my George Foreman, which I love, oh, and I was telling you, so with my grandma, when I used my George Foreman the last time, I was talking about how my grandma used, and she really wanted the George Foreman at one of those white elephants, and I got it instead of her. And guess what? After I talked about it on air, it never worked again. Never worked again. It was so weird. It was like she was watching and she said, "Ooh, Michelle, I'm not going to let you ever use that again." So all I'm doing is mixing this all together, and I'm doing with no gloves. I used gloves earlier, and to be honest with you, there are some things you just gotta feel and mush it all together and feel that it's getting all up in there. So I got my turkey going, and it really feels nice. I mean, it's moist. You don't want it too dry. I was going to add some breadcrumbs, but to be honest with you, this is, especially because I already tried these that I made earlier, they are absolutely perfect. So just kind of make this into a nice little round, and I want it thick. I want a nice, thick, almost pretend, if you will, big old fat burger. So I'm getting this all done, and here we go. Now what I have to do is I gotta wash my hands. See, that's the problem with having no gloves on. So I don't want to lose anybody. Sorry about this. But I am going to take my George Foreman, and I got my canola spray right here. So I'll canola spray this. And this is the best story, one of the best stories ever. So I'm going to salt and pepper this just on the outside a little bit. Not too much, not too little, but you got to get some on there. And so yesterday I met the hairdresser. Of course, isn't my hair beautiful? And I gotta wash this, I'm so sorry. I was looking for different recipes for some sort of a slaw. I'm looking around because I had an idea what I wanted to do, but I wasn't positive yet. So now this is each side 4 to 5 minutes. So I'm gonna put my timer on right now for about 5 minutes. So I'm looking, and all of a sudden I found this amazing recipe for a slaw. And it's a jicama and mango slaw. So I'm like, all right, cool. And I write down the recipe and I write down the ingredients, and I'm all excited. And then what happens? I go to Trader Joe's to get my jicama and my mango, and I ask the guy, "Hey guy," he's always there. I don't know what his name is. I should probably, because I really do love Trader Joe's. But I said, "Hey, I'm just wondering, do you have jicama?" "I do have jicama." He goes, "But we actually have this jicama mango slaw." Oh my gosh! It's all made up. It's already cut. It's right here. I'm not kidding you. It was mango, jicama, cabbage, lime juice, vinaigrette, almost exactly the same stuff that is in this thing. I could not believe it. So, what did I do? Well, first, I'm checking my potatoes, just to let you know, with this bell peppers. And the bell peppers are pretty good. They're a little soft, but I want them in a little bit longer. So, I'm gonna put those in for about 2 more minutes. So I said, oh my gosh, this is the weirdest thing ever. I kind of want to do this, but I'm not sure because I always do everything by hand, and I feel kind of weird. And then I started thinking about it. I'm like, wait a second. It literally all is shredded for me. People, you don't have to stress out about cooking at home. I know working, kids, everything totally kind of sucks. But you can do this, okay? There are options for you. Now, because of the Weight Watcher thing, I am definitely not using this whole packet. I did the points value for 1/3 of the whole entire thing, is all because of the vinaigrette, is 3 points per serving. So I'm gonna use a little bit of this, and it's pretty spicy too. And my son was like eating it totally, like all by himself. Like he was like, can I have some of that slaw? Never done that before. So it is really, really good. So what I'm doing is, I'm just mixing it. I'm gonna smell it because it is pretty spicy. And I do like the spice. You guys all know that I love the spice, but I don't want that much spice. I'm gonna add just a teeny tiny bit so that instead of it being 3 points a serving, now it could be 1 point a serving, okay? So I'm adding that to it. I'm going to taste it, but I want to taste it first. Let me taste it. Needs a little something, something. So I'm going to add some of my Italian herbs that I already have in the turkey, and I already, well, hi, Jeff. I already have in the, on the potatoes. So I'm adding that so it kind of is a cohesive dinner and a cohesive meal. So I'm also going to add a little bit of my salt because I love my Florida sunshine, and I felt like I was in Florida today. So let's end this. See how my burgers are. Oh my gosh, they're so pretty. I'm gonna flip them. You can't see anything, can you? There you go. I'm gonna flip these guys. They're brown on the one side. I'm going to add another 5 minutes, and I have my slaw. It's going to add a yummy, crispy texture to it. I have my tomato and my lettuce, and now for one of my favorite things that I could ever get is my British muffin. So my British muffin is not all the way cut, so I always just kind of, I hope that wasn't in the turkey juice. Put this in the oven or the toaster, whatever you guys can do. And I like it toasted pretty darn good. So that, I mean, but yesterday for real, I felt like I was in some sort of a movie because it was crazy. I also wanted to tell you guys, I went to Total Wine and they suggested this Malbec because I said I'm making burgers tomorrow and I want something that's hefty and yummy but still kind of summery, and she suggested that. So yes, it's red wine, and I'm not that big of a red wine drinker. However, whew, it is light and crisp and it's delicious. Going to be delicious with my turkey burger. So I'm going to start getting everything ready because it's so pretty. I'm going to have, personally, I'm going to have some of this slaw on the side as well as on top of the burger. I'm going to have a tomato slice on the burger. It's going to be almost like a veggie burger. And I'm going to have some lettuce as well as my beautiful British muffin and some Laughing Cow. 1 point each, baby. So that is still cooking. My potatoes, I'm going to check my potatoes because I bet those are done. Oh my gosh, look how beautiful those are. Those are so beautiful and so pretty. Now, you saw how easy that was to make the slaw. You guys, I'm telling you right now, I would have stood here and cut all those veggies because I don't care. I like it. I think it's fun. But a lot of people don't like to do that. It's too much time and effort. So, if you can get something that's already cut and already done for you, why not take advantage of it? And honestly, I did the math. If I would have bought all of the ingredients for my Jicama mango slaw, it would have been more expensive than the kit. So, why not take advantage of it? So, I already have these 2 turkey burgers 100% ready. They were already done. They're not exactly perfectly hot, but that's okay because I know everybody else has stuff to do. So I'm going to get my Swiss cheese, my Laughing Cow already. I think I'm only going to use a half of my Swiss cheese because I don't want a 110 point value dinner. I just want 8 or 9. So So I'm spreading that on. This is going to be a big old burger, people. And believe it or not, it's going to be like 4, 5, 8, 10, literally like 10 points. So I'm going to use my really awesome plate because I love these awesome plates. I'm going to go in, I'm going to get some of this potatoes. You guys are going to see how beautiful this plate is. And there's my burger. Here's my lettuce. I now have my crisp, delicious British muffin. Place that on there. Put some of this slaw on here. I'm telling you, I told you it's going to be big. Here we go. And then take my lettuce. And 1 tomato slice. I should probably put the tomato slice on first. No condiment because I already have stuff in the slaw. Took a bite of that because that is big. And here we go. Oh my gosh. I can taste the mustard in the burger along with the seasoning of the Italian seasoning and the slaw. It's not too hot, but it still has a zing to it. I'll taste these little potatoes. I mean, the red pepper is still crisp and juicy and delicious. Oh my gosh, what a wonderful meal. Cheers to all of you that are there. Thanks for watching Mimi in the Kitchen.